Hello, my ghoul shirt on. Look, son of ghoul. Oh, devil and Christina, ghoul fiend of Josh Pietrowski, who has the rock group WarBoner in out there on Haunted Archer Avenue. That's his rock group. They do music for my movies now. They did a song called "Get Well Soon, David the Rock Nelson," and they sung it in Kale's Liquors Bar in Chicago. Same bar that I took Conrad Brooks to right after I met him. The day he had to leave and go back to LA to be in the movie Ed Wood, playing that bartender who gives Ed Wood a drink, you know, when he's turned down for the script for Glenn or Glenda. And he's turned down the first time, and he has a drink, and Conrad says, "Anything else I can get you, kid?" You know, and that's Conrad in the bar. That's Bordner's bar, by the way, in LA. That's like Cherokee and right there on whatever. It's on Cherokee. It intersects Hollywood Boulevard there. Anyway, but you know, I was in the bar, and I also went to the steakhouse. The steakhouse that they go to. What's it? The one where Criswell and Ed Wood and Kathy Wood all ate in all the time. Not the Brown Derby. Not the Brown Derby. I'm talking about something and something. It's two names. It's a steakhouse on Hollywood Boulevard there. Yeah. Well, I went in there. Anyway, so you can see that place in Plan 9, by the way. I was in there. I sat in the same seat that Ed Wood sat in when he was having a drink when he met Orson Welles in the movie Ed Wood. Yeah, same bar, same scene. I sat in the same bar stool, the same chair where he was sitting in when he sat down to talk to Vincent D'Onofrio, the actor playing Orson Welles. I forget the name. Muscle and Frank and Muscle's Grill. Muscle and Frank and Muscle's. That's it. Yeah, and I said I had a steak, and this guy named I call him Speedy. That guy, he had a bald, receding hairline. He was like around 80 when I met him, in the 70s or 80s. Back during Son of Famous Monsters '95 when I was down there in May '95. A week after I was live on the Jon Stewart Show, by the way, in New York City. Yeah, it was the weekend after I went to the Son of Famous Monsters. A couple guys said, "Hey, we saw you on TV. We saw you on the Jon Stewart Show." So they bought me drinks. They bought me a hot dog. I sat and talked to them, and I started zonking out because I hardly got any sleep the night before. I had to find somewhere to hide and sleep. I had to sleep in a ladder well of a hotel down in town. I had to sit outside in the steps. It was the only place I could hide because I could only afford like one night at the motel. Then I meet, God bless him, I meet Jim Swartz of Sebring, Ohio. He's there. He says, "I got a hotel. You can stay with me." And he didn't even charge me, man. I offered him, and I gave him $10 anyway, so that's okay. I think he gave me back the $10. Maybe I said, nah. I said, you know, he let me sleep on the floor, and there was only one bed, so I slept on the floor. He let me sleep on the floor of his room. That was nice, because I couldn't afford the $30, $40. I needed that for spending money to buy food. And I don't know how he's doing. And pray for Jim Swartz. He had a brain tumor out there in Sebring, Ohio. Great guy. He's the George Stover of the stage. He appears in my movie Werewolf and the Witch and Miss Werewolf. And Devil Ain't 2. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was. Anyway, Kale's Liquors. WarBoner played the song "Get Well Soon, David the Rock Nelson" about me at Kale's Liquors at Van Buren and Wells in Chicago. And I hear it's closing down because Josh Pietrowski of WarBoner, you know, boy fiend of his ghoul fiend, Kristen Georges, who made these pins for me. He made a whole bag of these pins. I got this one 2 weeks ago on Friday. They treated me to brunch, me and Janet, Vampire Woman, down at Niles Grill in Niles, Illinois, and he bought 5 of my movies. So I have a deal. If you buy 5, you get 1 free. So he bought 5 of my movies, gave me $95, and I gave him 1 free. I gave him Devil Ain't 2 for free. But anyway, so, you know, and he got Vampire Woman. That's a 2-parter. So, that's what I was saying. Then he got those other movies from me. But point is, good guy. So he's playing the music in Kale's Liquors downtown, and the bartender, he's Mike, who's been in my movies. He met Conrad and I, and he met Janet and I twice, and he videotaped us. He has a video camera